Me, when I was getting pregnant, my man can testify and put his hand on the Bible and say the first words I told him when we found out we were pregnant, I told him, now that I'm pregnant, you can go and I'll raise this child. If you want to abort, that is not my option. Those were my first words. Speaking of Africans, our grand and for our parents, right? They would wake up, have 25 kids, 18 kids. No, listen. And then there is somewhere I'm going to juxtapose this point. 18 kids, 25 kids, okay?
Yeah.
But with nothing. And feeding them on cassava and potatoes.
Yeah.
Now that's where I'll come about and say, you do not have money. The economy is tight.
Yeah.
We do understand, okay? Give birth to one child. Give birth to two. I will say give birth even when there is no money, but I will not say give birth like a fool. Talk about everyone that you can name. Talk about even us. By the time our parents had their firstborns, they were not rich. Money came along the way. See, the concept is people are forgetting that money is made. Okay, think about it this way. What if I get the money now and I give birth? 2 years into giving birth, the money goes. For a person who has nothing to give birth, all they need is around how much? Around 500K.
You're the first female
Really?
I'm interacting with that has, like, is that bald?
Yeah, it's
That is
bold
bald.
shaped, yeah.
Yo, that's quite unique.
Thank you.
Why?
I think it has to be like outgrowing a stage.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just there all of a sudden and I hated the hair. I had beautiful hair. Very long and nice, but no, it was no longer my thing, so I just cut it off.
But outgrowing a stage, you mean like maturity type of thing?
Exactly.
So what did
It
you
starts
realize?
from the mind.
What did you realize to reach a point and be like, you know what, I'm done. I'm done with this hair.
That would be like a mixture of so many things. If I were to tell you that I was done with this hair from like January last year, would you believe me?
January last year.
Yes. And I had to keep it. It was a growth of phases until I chopped it in December, like on 29th.
How did
last
it
year
feel?
still.
Did you feel like the wind was too much on the head?
Actually, at first I thought I would regret the decision.
Yeah.
I thought I would be nervous and cry. I normally see videos of people on TikTok crying whenever they're trimming their hair. And I waited for the feeling. It didn't come. I have waited to regret. It hasn't come yet.
Oh.
But one thing I can say about her is that you men, you scammed us.
What do you mean?
It's the greatest feeling, showering, and then you pour water and then you pour all at once, and you feel so fresh without the feeling of maybe something will itch.
So you're having a good time over here?
A very great time. I don't think I'll go back shortly. A very
You
great
sure?
time. Mm-hmm.
Didn't you have those times in life whereby you forget that you actually don't have hair, then you end up, there's that thing that women do?
No.
You don't?
No, I don't.
Or you forget you comb your
No,
hair?
I don't get the feeling, not at once.
You see, there's something I've heard about hair. They say hair carries a lot of energy.
Memories and
energy
energy.
and memories.
Mm-hmm.
And they say when a woman shaves her hair, she's actually getting into a new stage or she's grieving.
True. No.
Why grieving?
I don't think so.
So you're-
I'm not grieving anything, but I also heard about that hair holds memory, and that was around 2023, 2024. But that was after a rough time in my life, and I thought I would cut the hair.
Oh.
But still, I didn't get the feeling and the urge of trim it off, until last year was actually a very great year for me. So when it was too good for me, I was like, you know what, this hair has to go so that next year can be even better. And that's why.
I honestly think that we're over westernizing things and ideologies and stuff. Just cut your hair if you want to, all right? Because forefathers and people that used to live in the traditional age, most of them used not have hair, and they would shave it both like normal and stay.
Have you made research?
Yeah, I have. I've seen, like for example, in my village, my grandmother used to totally cleaner hair.
That was after missionaries came. If you go back to the real Africans, they used to grow hair.
Yeah, they used to be.
And that is where the thing of when they lose their loved ones, then they trim the hair off. It started from there. They used to grow the hair. Since then, Africans used to, even dreadlocks, everything started from Africa before it went to plaiting, to whites and the white culture.
This is going to be an interesting conversation.
Oh, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this beautiful episode of the podcast. My name is Francis. Thank you so much for rocking with us whenever I upload any, episode out there. Thanks for commenting, sharing your ideas, and also following. We currently at 1,500 on YouTube, and then on TikTok we're at about 34,000. So guys, you guys are doing quite some numbers out there. All right. So thank you so much for engaging with the content, and please feel free to share what you think we should be bringing onto the platform again going forward. So the guest that I'm having on the platform today was something like it came as a result of spontaneity. I saw your content and I was like, I want this on my platform.
Thank you.
So it's going to be an interesting conversation. It's going to be special in a way because the person that I'm hosting has very interesting ideas that are not normal to our society as Africans, especially when it comes to childbirth in this economy. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to let her introduce herself and then we get it on from there. So take it away.
Okay, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, everyone. I hope everyone is okay. My name is Queen Jordana. I'm a lawyer by profession, a hotel specialist by training. I also did some nutrition, so I would say that I'm a nutritionist. But recently, just dealing in food supplements and reaching out to people about childbirth. It's really a big thing. And yeah, I'm enjoying the journey. That's what I would say.
Okay, so you're into how should you call it? Clean, healthy
supplements
food.
and foods.
Supplements
Yeah.
that are natural.
Yes, please.
So it says a lot about your skin.
Oh, thank you. I ship them all the way from the USA, bring them in and help people with
so
different
it's to do with
issues.
weight loss and stuff, or just?
It's basically, I was looking at women as for the start, because after giving birth, I had some challenges with my body here and there for every woman who gives birth. So it started on me trying on me. And then I got things that worked for me. And then I realized, because school in Uganda, after school, no jobs, no what. And at that time I was in the hotel industry. I was a floor manager somewhere. So I was like, why not do this as a side thing? And then it started then, and people started coming in, and I was like, okay, let me study this, let me make it something. And now it's earning me a living. Okay. So basically I have supplements about women's health after birth, supplements or pregnancy supplements when you're pregnant, things to do with infections in womanhood. Then for the men, I have manpower, ulcers, and general health, diabetes, pressure, and
Okay.
Yes.
How did you get here? You're fresh and clean, man.
No, I'm actually from work.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Did you take a body or what?
Yes, because I was at work.
Hi.
And then I had to run.
To the safe border?
Yes.
Okay. Because you don't look like you've been on our roads.
I have been. I had to run.
I came from Bulindo.
I came from Kampala. So, but the road is dusty. It's really dusty.
There's a lot of dust on that road there, bro.
Yeah.
But, since the people are kind of like still in the village, it felt better. For some reason, Kampala felt better without cars, So
and the space.
Yeah, and the space was quite a lot.
Yeah.
Very relieving.
It's
so, are you saying?
I was saying it's not even about the cars. Most times when people go to the village, the rich stay in Kampala. The rich never go to the village? Think about it.
I didn't know. I thought it's the rich that go to the village.
Do you think Sudil goes to the village to for Christmas?
But he has his own version of the village in Kampala. Probably has
exactly,
a nice
that's what
home.
I'm saying. The rich don't travel. So, and the rich prefer to stay in their homes during Christmas. Yeah. So you find it's less populated.
There's something about money.
Yeah.
Just changes the way you think.
Exactly.
All right. So, you see, the first question I want to ask you.
Yes, please.
Why do you think it was important for you to tell us your story about how your parents found out about your pregnancy at 6 months.
Oh, at first, that was not even what I was talking about. I was talking about women and how they shouldn't take up this thing of waiting on money to give birth and everything, you know. And then someone commented, because I talked about it, and then I talked a little about my story of how my parents had to know after 6 months, but that's because we never had money and stuff. Then I came back to the main reason. And someone was like, I'm waiting. I can't wait to hear your story.
For that
Yeah.
news.
So I just get the phone after that, and I do for her a small clip, and I post it. Then after posting it, it's going everywhere and stuff. And people are
Next
saying
part.
part 2, where next part and stuff. I'm like, oh. But it was just off topic. It's not even what I talk about on my page. I always talk about Joe health tips, as you say it. I always talk about supplements and stuff. So I was like, okay, let me just give them the tea.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for those that may not really relate with the story on this, that are simply watching this for the first time, what was the story like? Yeah, what was the story like? Because for me, I know the story. I followed all of it.
Yeah.
But your friend was a snitch. That girl that reported.
She actually tried to come back on one of my videos.
Oh dear.
Yeah, but the sad bit, which I feel sad for her, is that she hasn't changed, because she collected something like 5 friends, and then they came on one of my videos, and she started putting these bad rumors and stuff. What I did, because now I can say I've healed.
Yeah.
By the time my hair is off, I think anyone should pick the signals.
Yeah.
I just deleted. I think she expected me to quarrel back or something, but nah, that's not me.
So how
now.
did this whole thing happen?
So I was at campus end of year 1, that is 2019, December. I think that's when I conceived. So the whole of 2020. So the whole of 2021 up to September, I was pregnant. But I conceived 2020 in December. Remember that time that was a little lockdown.
Yeah.
So I was at home in the village, and everything was okay. I never got any symptoms to see that I'm pregnant. I am there 1 month, 2 months, 3. And then I start thinking, maybe I have fibroids. Why am I not getting my periods? It never occurred to my head even once to think that I was pregnant.
What?
And that is why that's for some reason as to why I decided to keep the child. Because in my head I was thinking, this must be from God. Because you see, one thing about us girls is that we plan.
Yeah.
You know, you even have flow on the phone. You know, there's some myself days. I even took emergency after, and then I am like,
wait,
I'm
you even
very
took emergency
sure.
after?
Yes, I was very sure. It can't be a pregnancy. And I was home. And then another thing that kept me being sure is my mom. My mom can literally look at someone and say, that one is pregnant.
Yeah,
and she didn't see me. I'm like, this woman should have known. Like me, I'm kawa. 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. I come back to Kampala. So I reach home. I'm from shopping things. You know, day one, you're from shopping, you're carrying here and there. I'm putting in my house. I feel like a pain in my back, and I'm like, a sharp pain. Then I'm like, I was thinking it's fibroids. I must go for a scan and take care of this and stuff. So I go to the hospital and check. And the nurse, who I could say is the doctor, didn't know anything. She didn't have any clue. So I'm laying there. She said, I told her, I think I have fibroids or something in my uterus. She's like, lay down, we do a scan. And she's screaming, and she said, your little bean is there. Bruh, we didn't even know. I don't know that I'm pregnant. And at the moment, I didn't think of it. I was all happy, excited. We were happy with my man and stuff. We even left. We bought mangoes on the way and went. The baby has to eat well. Reached home. After reaching home.
It was like an epiphany. Like,
after reaching home. Now, first wait, how are we going to tell our parents?
Oh, we're pregnant.
His parents, tough. My parents,
Tougher.
like, triple tougher. So like, damn. So I'm like, you know what? We are going to keep it a secret. At that time, it was 4 months. So we managed to keep it a secret for 2 months. Reasons being, we hadn't told anyone. I didn't have any stomach. And I was at school where we were putting on Sharias.
Oh, so it was easy to hide.
It wasn't even there. Like, if I was the way I am
At 6
now.
months, there was no...
Nothing. It was not
Wow.
there. So I am there, and then I owed this girl who I called Rita in the other video money. Actually, she owed me money. So I demand money from her because I want to go for antenatal. I demand, and I pressed, and then she told me, you know what? Tomorrow I'm bringing your
So
money.
your man didn't have the money?
No, we were both students.
Ah,
We were
okay.
both students. And good thing, his parents would give him upkeep and rent and stuff. My parents would do the same because we are both from somewhat like well-off families. So we had money to survive on. But at that time, we had just come back from home.
Oh, okay.
Remember, I've told you I had come back from home. And coming back, that was lockdown and stuff. Our parents would give us upkeep and money for rent when the semester is starting. Now it was holidays. There is no
okay. So
reason
there
for
is no
asking
money.
for
Money.
money. Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm on Hanek. I had some money, but I was doing antenatal from Nsambia Hospital, private. Very expensive.
quite
You
expensive.
go. Yes, you go, they check on you, Panadol, what, and then they give you a bill 290. And you're
Damn.
like, and they have counted even gloves they've used. I'm like, what are you supposed to use? Anyway,
Also.
exactly. So anyway, we went. And I was on her, and she told me tomorrow I'll bring the money. So she brought the money, and then I'm like, you know that time when you demand for money and feel like maybe you've become a fake friend, or
Yeah.
you've become a burden to the other party,
I know that thing.
and you get
become,
the
like,
guilty.
Yeah,
I'm
like,
like,
man, I shouldn't be
maybe I
pressing.
shouldn't have asked like that,
Yeah.
or stuff.
And then when they give it to you, you feel like you should give it
Yes,
back.
exactly.
Oh, man, I know that feeling.
Yeah, so I told her, you know what, as you're leaving, let me push you, and I tell you why I needed the money so bad. Because I realized even coming back, giving me the money, there was no much of conversation and
Okay.
issue.
Or she had cold feelings.
Yeah, so I'm like, you know what, let's go. So we guy tell her, but you know why I wanted the money? I'm pregnant. And she said, Jordana, you're joking. Like, no way. Like, I even tried to hold the dress in and show her, you know what, I'm pregnant. She's like, that. And how many months? I'm like, 6 months. She said, in that tummy. I said, yeah, in that same tummy. She said, no. We even had to first go back home, and I show her my antenatal papers, and I show her, you see, tomorrow I was going, this was the reason, and stuff. He's like, okay, kawa. And I tell her, don't tell any
anyone.
soul,
Yeah.
anyone, no one. Even at that
Yourself.
time, yes, we had 2 more of the friends. It was a clique of 5 friends only, like at campus only.
So you had a tight circle.
I went, I met her. When I met her, she brought in some guy. Let's call him, give me a name. Peter. So Peter was a friend. Peter became my friend as well. So Peter knew another friend. Call who? Joshua. So this Joshua now was the man that I had. Then she had also brought in another friend who was called who? A girl. Lydia.
Goretti.
Okay.
Yeah.
Goretti, yeah. So Goretti. So that was the 4. So I tell her, don't tell Goretti and Peter that I am, because we're like wanted to keep it that close in a circle so that it does not go out. I told her today at noon.
A few moments later.
Oh my God. I told her today at noon. The funny part of how the rumor spread, which I didn't get to see in my video because of time. This is how the rumor spread. I told her today at noon. She went and talked to her sister who was studying with us in the same university but a year ahead.
Your sister?
Yeah. No, her sister.
Her sister.
Her sister talked to my auntie.
Yeah.
My auntie talked to my cousin's sister, who was in the village. who, for some reason I do not know, but hates on me so much. That cousin sister didn't talk to my mom. Like, the whole thing of pissing me off is, why didn't you just call my mom directly
And tell her
and
that-
tell her, you know? From my cousin
No,
sister
the word had to first go to make friends with the
around,
village.
from my cousin sister to the entire village. Then
Then to
from
your
the
mom.
entire village, it randomly went to her best friend, my mom's best friend,
And then your
who
mom
came and told
your
her.
mom. The chain was long.
Very long. So by the time my mom gets to know, the entire village knows.
Her daughter is pregnant.
Now that was not even the worst part.
Mm.
She gets to know that her daughter is pregnant
And she's
from
sick.
a wrong boy who was apparently on the same village.
The so-called bad boy.
You know those boys on the village who are sick and what.
Like
And-
the ones that the village sort of like labels as sick. But the guy is actually not sick.
No, actually sick.
With what?
And everyone. You do know the sickness that people have in Africa.
HIV.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So the rumor reached my mom that I'm carrying a child of
Oh,
a
a sick
person
boy.
who from the village.
Aye.
Now you can imagine the battle I had to fight. And this is coming to a woman who is well presented. She's this and this, the husband, the wife of this
Family.
and this, you know. And everyone on the village, hey, uchamwe panka, kati.
You know what? One thing that's funny. The people that celebrate other people's downfall most of the
Exactly.
times are people that are way less better than you are.
Yeah, true. So it first went around there. And then now she called with, by the time they called me, by the time they got to me, they were angry for even things I didn't know. So I find out later.
Damn.
All from one.
Person.
So now they are all shouting, you know, like the next day was undebatable. We are taking you HIV testing and stuff. First send us the pictures of the guy you say is the father. Like literally doubts were there until I pushed the baby and my mom could see,
She couldn't
Onafana,
believe it
no.
was from the guy.
Exactly.
So when they tested you, they ran
The
all
next
test-
day I go, they talked to my cousin sister who came. And she took, because at that time now when we're in Kampala, only cars would move, doctors'
yeah,
cars.
COVID, yeah.
Exactly. So she took me to the hospital. They checked everything, blood, what, Imanya, everything, plus AIDS and everything. So they checked, everything was okay. And that's when now, for her, she started talking back to me. But my dad was still off.
Damn.
Yeah. So now we start talking. Even her talking to me, she was talked into by my auntie.
Yeah, she's a girl. I mean, she's your daughter.
Yeah. And but I just don't. I didn't get to understand that bit. Do you know why?
No.
Because our parents, if you're to think, when did your mother have the firstborn, or even calculate, how old is your mother?
I don't know.
How old is the firstborn? How old do you think she gave birth to the firstborn?
I think her firstborn was conceived while she was at school.
So now, back then they didn't study.
No, she was at school.
Okay, she was at school, but still young, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So I also calculated and I'm like, bruh, I'm literally 21 years. I'm
And some of you guys
way,
had kids at
exactly, way too old. I'm looking at, not even my mom, but the aunties that were. There is a thing with aunties. Hey.
16. And they always call them aunties from hell.
Mama. Those ones from the village.
They always have a
Oh.
say.
They were very busy yapping, and to think all of them started giving birth at 16, 18,
Yeah.
what? I'm like, yeah, bruh, you guys are not going to guilt trip me. You're not going to judge me.
You've done
At
what?
least I was sane enough to know that I'm on the right track. But now since I started posting that video, I can tell you I've talked to more than 100 girls in less than a week's time.
Who are going through the same. Well, there's one
Not
I s-
even went through, who are saying I am 1 month pregnant, I am 2 months pregnant, I'm 6 months pregnant. I can't tell my parents. Please advise me. What should I do? Someone comes and says I am a man. I just found out I'm 2 months pregnant, but I'm going to abort tomorrow.
2 months is dangerous, yeah?
And I'm telling you, for the last whole week, I've been sitting up night talking to people. You would think I'm talking making money. I'm talking to people, telling them, no, give
Do not
birth,
abort.
what, do this, do that. Because of the trauma parents have actually put around childbirth and society, not even parents alone. Because you find someone has cool parents, maybe the mom would understand, but then they tell you, now it's more from the mom, and they're saying, I would shame my mom in front of the village.
Yeah.
I would shame my parents in front of who and who, you know.
The friends and stuff.
Or
like
the
that.
friends, or, you know, I would be, some tell me, oh, I don't know how to go back to school, campus is starting off. I'm like, girl.
Hey, man, you know, childbirth is such a scary thing, and especially for the younger generation.
Yeah.
That's why most of them would actually say. There was a video I was watching. The girls were being interviewed on the street, and they were asked between HIV and getting
childbirth.
pregnant. They said, bro, I would not give birth. I'd rather get HIV and deal with
And
it.
that's how absurd it has become.
You get, so it's really a very interesting dilemma.
It's really sad.
Yeah. So how did you get out of it eventually? Considering, especially now that, are you still with the father of your kids?
Yes.
All right. So you're discontent couples.
The what?
Discontent couples.
Yes.
Wow. You have courage, you woman. What was unique about this guy that you still
With him?
Yeah. What did you like about, like, really attracted it to you, the father of your kids?
Yeah. Well, one, he's really understanding. I'm not someone easy to go with.
You seem to be a very
I
frank
am a
person.
very tough and frank person, that's true.
Yeah.
But tough when it comes to my life, when it comes to people around me and stuff. And so there is a way he gets around me, you know, that to an extent that even at that time when I was pregnant, they tried to talk me into going back home. Like, after reconciling, you come back, give birth from home. There is this culture and this what. You can't give birth from a rental, what? And I
So
was
you moved away from home.
I was not at home. I was in my rental for school. Yeah. So I told them no. And actually they had to, my brother was in Switzerland. He had to kind of pause the contract
And come back
and look for him, meet with him, and tell him to come and convince me to go home.
Did it work?
Yes, it was.
Your heart beat. The guy will definitely listen to the guy.
No, not even definitely, but I don't know. There is that someone who always has a cheat code around you.
You have a soft spot for him.
Not that, but I don't know how he does it.
He knows how to. I think he understands how to communicate with you.
Maybe I would say no. I think I just don't know.
But he has a cheat code.
Around me, yes.
Yo, this is an interesting, because you see, in this generation where people are really quick to judge and we are shrouded by a lot of fear. I don't know many people that would get into a relationship with someone they know very well is actually HIV positive, and they're okay with it. They still like them and stuff like that.
Oh no, my guy is not. No, that was the rumor of the guy in the village whom they were saying was that I was pregnant with.
Oh, there was a rumor they mistook.
Yes, like when they were spreading the rumor around me, that's what they were saying, that I was pregnant for this one guy in the village who has HIV.
By the aunties.
Yes, but no, by my cousin sister who was spreading around the entire village.
Makes
And she also went ahead to say that I had stopped schooling. She literally made hell like for me. Man, bruh. She went ahead and told them, she's no longer studying and stuff.
Ate omulenzi gwalina mulwadde.
Ate omulenzi gwenina yali ku kyalo mulwadde. And apparently, to make it worse, the boy she was looking at is from a humble family.
Oh.
So just know everything was so bad for me. Yeah. But the person who was the father of the child is was this side at school. He's
Mm.
okay. He's
Mm.
also negative. He was not. He was not in that saga.
Mm.
Yeah.
So how after knowing that your friend spread the rumors, I
Mm.
mean, was able to let the cat out of the bag, how did you look at her after?
So, as I told you that I am very hard, but I'm also soft to the people I already love.
Okay.
Yeah, that you will have to do something so big
For you to detach.
for me to detach. And once I do, hey, I never come back. So at that time, she comes back and she tells me, no, I was just telling my sister, and also my sister was talking to your auntie just for safety, worried about you.
Bro, but
And then you have to think of it. Me, I thought of it in this way that, okay, she told the sister, and it's my cousin sister who made everything worse, you know. If the sister she had told just called my auntie and maybe told my mom, it would have been okay. But by the time the rumor reached my mom, it had thorns and guns and bullets and
Yeah.
everything.
So it was
So it
already
was
sharp.
now really sharp and bad.
I know.
So I'm like, you know what? Anyway, it's okay. Because as I already told
you
you, I
forgave her.
only had how many?
5
Friends. Exactly.
Circle.
So I'm like, because even the 5, she's the one who had brought the other entire circle. So it was me, my guy, and then the 3 of them. So we discussed what we went on. We came for papers. We discussed even going to the hospital to give birth. They were around. We went in the sister's car. We reached there. We gave birth. They even brought us. I remember the sister cooked goat's meat and stuff. At that time I was in the pregnancy. After birth, I didn't even eat anything. But yeah, they really cared at that time after. And she they go around. Only that she now made it triple worse after when we were in the other house. When we came back.
Like came back where?
So now I went and gave birth
From home.
from home. After giving birth, we spent 1 month there. So I had just patched this relationship with me and my parents, you know. So my mom had come around and she took care of me for a month. But then we had to go back to school. So going back to school, my dad was still on and off sometimes, on sometimes.
Oh, the connection
you
is
know.
still
It's
kind
still
of on
crunchy,
and
yeah.
off,
So at that time, I hadn't even given him the shopping list and stuff. So we go back to where? To school. And reaching the other side now, remember, we've not been in this house for 3 months.
Yeah, your hostel
Yeah, my rental. So they were demanding the 3.
3 months.
So we couldn't go there. And then now I went to my husband's friend who had a place. But he was quite an old man. And he had a friend as well. So he was staying with a friend who is also a man. So that's where we went, just to sit the baby and go for the paper. Then we come back and sort our things out. So we take the baby there. So in the evening we come, we're exhausted from the paper. We tried looking for rooms. Remember me, I can't move, so he was moving with some other friend of his. So they are moving and stuff, and they didn't manage to get the house. So that day I remember we slept down.
On the floor.
In this guy's place we slept down. So the next day, that's when they come again, Goretti and Rita. So they come by and we discuss for them, chap, we do final touches, and we go for the paper. So when we went for the paper, we came back. Coming back, she had already called mom.
Why?
Exactly, why? Now that is the time I think I'm like, maybe she never liked me all along. Like,
So she called him for what?
why? Because we told her we are leaving this place. And mind you, this is a relationship we are just from patching, and it was tearing apart. And then she called my mom, and she's like, my mom anyway, I don't know what she said to my mom, but this is what my mom said when she called me. She tells me, but are you stupid? You just got pregnant, and now you're in a house of 5 men.
Damn.
You're in a house with 5 men. Hey, you've taken that child there and stuff. So I tell her, no, mom, that is a lie. Like, right away denied everything, because if I tried to even explain,
Should not understand.
I would be double disowned.
Yeah.
Now for real. So I just denied everything, and I told her, no, that is not true. Whoever told you that is lying to you. I talked to my sister, and I was telling her that maybe she can be keeping your child as you're going for papers. That's why I was telling her, she always found a way to keep lies, and find a way around. So I'm like, bruh, this time around, no. So I cut it off. I told her, you know what, it's okay. So, but from that time, the next day we didn't even go for the next paper, because that day we had only around 8 hours to look for a house. We had 8 hours to look for money for a house. Remember, Kampala houses, they ask for
3 months.
Exactly. We had to look for a house, look for money for a house, and then shift. And shifting also needs transport. So now, to make it sad, we reached the other side to get our things, and the guy is telling us first pay the first
3
rent.
months. Yeah.
And that guy had even carried our things and removed them from the house, and he had put someone, and the things were in the compound, and it's bro.
And it was raining.
It was raining on the things every now and then, so everything was spoiled.
It was as good as starting over again.
Exactly, starting over with nothing. So we managed to find a way to borrow money here and there, and gather, and even use some of his tuition, and then we got a place there and then. So the good thing, by the time my brother called in the evening to confirm where we were already in the place.
Oh, we had already found a spot.
Yeah, we only had a mattress there, and there was suka for the baby, nothing to cover us, and that is it.
This was true love. Because, man, in this generation.
That is why I say, when I hear people say I can't give birth without money. So
you, what kept you going without money? Because, man, trust me, in my mind, what's ringing right now is, if you had money, you wouldn't be going through that.
And do you know that most starting part is that going through that, but knowing that both homes have money, but you don't have access.
So you had some pride.
Not even that. No, we didn't have pride at that moment.
But they refused to support you.
Exactly.
Damn.
Yeah. So now, no, like, they didn't refuse, but asking for money, knowing that will be conditions. And also maybe it will come, but it might delay, but So at that time, when my brother actually video called, is like, so, because he's like, show me around, I show him, the room has only a mattress. So what are you guys going to have? What are you going to eat? What is the baby going to drink? I'm like, we don't have. And then he first sent me 200K. From where he was, I think about that time he was in the UK, I don't know. But I don't remember the countries really, he travels a lot. So he sent me the money, 200K. Now we went and did some shopping. We put in the house. So the next day, after some 4 days, my mom came, and then she also saw where we were and stuff. And there we were. So we had survived that one, nearly. Now another death comes. The moment we finish that one, now tuition.
Yeah, you remember I had used the guy's tuition.
Exactly, and you remember that we had used his tuition, and on my side, we didn't have the tuition, but we were waiting for it from some of my cousins who were collecting some money. Good thing they sent, but now for him, we didn't have the tuition, and both of us have to go and sit papers. And none of us has a job.
And you have a child.
And we have a child to take care of.
You have to feed.
So sometimes I look at people, like, someone tells you their problems, you see, and you're like, nachimanyi mwana go kabya kajanja. I think in my head, I'm like, no, this one, for you don't have problems. You're just joking. I grew thin. We actually both grew thin. Nenga for the baby, she's fattening because she was breastfeeding. Yeah. She was just drinking me. But the first paper he didn't go because he didn't have tuition. So I went, I did the paper. Then we came back, I made some calls here and there. I also made calls here and there. Meanwhile, we are borrowing with No. You know, like there is borrowing, knowing that you're expecting a monthly salary to pay back,
But borrowing without.
but borrowing without a
expecting to pay.
future. Exactly. And you're borrowing large amounts of money, and you're telling these people, "Give me 2 weeks."
That's how all Ugandans borrow. Jokuwa mu weeks ibiri. There's no money.
Give me 2 weeks, I will send the money.
That's the narrative.
But you know, I reached a time and I would just call, and I'm like, "Hey, how are you? I am down. I don't have money, and I don't have a way I'm going to pay you. So how much are you helping me with?"
That's how we used to do it.
That's how I would like, give me when you're not expecting
To pay back.
to pay back, because
Hey.
I don't have what to pay you.
Must have had rich friends or relatives. Manga. In this economy, if you don't have that backbone, you're dead. Yeah.
But that is the good thing with growing up in a rich family.
Yeah.
Those people see money as friendship and trust.
Actually, I think one thing that I've learned about money is the moment it becomes easy for you to let it go, it becomes easy for it to also
Come
in.
back, exactly.
That is it. And for me, ever since I learned that, I don't really.
Yeah.
I don't.
It's just let it go, and
Yeah.
and it definitely finds you.
It finds in one way or another.
So I would call people like that. We got money and we sat the papers. I remember I got a retake of family. That day I had gone for the paper, and when I reached in the paper, then the stomach started acting up. All of a sudden I was feeling pain. I had diarrhea, then I went to the toilet, then I came back, and by the time I finished, time is done.
What was the cause?
After effects of pregnancy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Actually, that's why I wanted to ask you, like, being a first mother, how does it feel like? How does the body take that heat?
If you were not supplementing, I would say the hell out of you. Because even with the supplementing, sometimes the body still overrides because it's doing too much. It's producing milk. It's trying to normalize the uterus. It's trying to heal your body, the skin, balance the hormones and everything, and to make sure also you're running, you have the energy. So sometimes it also just blacks out.
So that's why the supplements are important.
Yeah, the supplements are really important. Exactly. I don't understand someone who gets pregnant and Ugandans have normalized that. Like not seeking any supplement and stuff. The day they have a headache is the day they go, "Bampe panado naye ndiri buto so bampa tagenda ku affecting mwana." You know? So they decide not to take Panado Extra, so they take paracetamol and they think they are good to go. And after giving birth, then you find someone who is 18 years looking like a 30-year-old.
Yeah, the pregnancy.
Yeah, and if you think
sucks the
about
hell out
it,
of you.
the 35-year-olds are giving birth, but because of money and supplementing, they're looking younger. Look at Shiba.
Yeah, this there's a guy called Andrew Kibe. He's Kenyan. He says, "Man, Gen Zs look way older than the millennials, bro."
Exactly. Because with me giving birth and I supplement, I'll go back,
To normal.
to normal. Look at the Vinkas, look at the Helen
How many
Lukomas.
kids you have?
I have one, but
You
she's
don't
five.
look
She's
like
making
you.
5.
You don't look like you actually done
I
childbirth.
have, thank you though. But then you find someone who has had one kid. They were 18 because science says if you're younger, the body must go back, But you look at them, they're 18 years and they look 24, 25. They look 30. Because of that.
Swear to God. That's why I'm saying. That's why actually I don't agree with what you say. And now I think now you're jumping into the real. How should I say?
The core of
the
the
core of
issue.
this conversation,
Yeah.
which is money and childbirth.
Yes.
Given what you said, supplementing, child supplementing, and understanding what to do when you're going to give birth,
Yeah.
antenatal, it all screams money, all right?
Yeah.
And in this day and time, in my opinion, I think it's important to give birth or think about childbirth at least when you have a backbone, because you're going to need money. Well, but even if you give birth in the village, there's a support system. I've seen it in my village. There's always a grandmother that will be there attending to you. And they'll give you some herbs and stuff like that, just to either get the lady's stomach back in.
Sure.
There's vienna, basically there's that kind of aftermath care that happens to you in the village in their own style, so that the lady gets back in form. But now imagine you're in town and you become pregnant without money. How do you explain to me, make me understand why you think it's okay, like people should not consider the aspect of having money first before thinking about childbirth?
That is because money is a mindset.
Okay.
And that is because some people over-exaggerate money even when it's not money. And listen to me. Let me give an example. You get pregnant for 9 months, right? But each of the 9 months, you need only one bottle of the supplement, okay? And that supplement is, I sell at 135,000.
135.
Yes, one. Now, for the whole month, for the 30 days. Now, get 135 divided by 30 days.
135 divided by 30 days. So you have to take it every day.
Yeah, no, I mean like in money terms. It is around 3K, right?
I think so.
Because 3 times 3, that is 90K. So around 3.4, okay. Per day, right? 3.4 per day. Now, you get pregnant first month. I'm doing for you the math. Get pregnant first month. You get find out. And you tell your man, I'm pregnant. He's willing to support you, but both of you are broke. I'm talking about someone with nothing, right? Both of you are broke. But mind you, no one is in this world alone. See, the thing about people is that they want to push out the support system. And the world is not like that. Even lions come together to cuddle. Even birds, you're not alone. So all you need is capital of what I would say 135 for the beginning. Now you get 135,000, maybe from your friends you've borrowed or from your family or what, because we're talking about the body. Once that body gets spoiled, it never comes back.
Yeah.
People just look at you being you, but they are not talking about the nerve damages that have happened. They're not talking about how you're going to lose memory. They're not like always forget things. They're not talking about how you're going to start leaking urine. Women do that and they don't tell men. Like, I'm just here and maybe I get urine and by the time I reach the toilet, it's already passing through because of what happened, because of childbirth. They're not talking about forever lasting hemorrhoids that women never treat. They're not talking about poor fading eyesight that will happen because of the nutrients you've lost from childbirth. They're not talking about sagging breasts. They're not talking about your loss of confidence. They're not talking about the big belly. They're not talking about loosening down there that also makes you lose your self-love. All that. And I'm giving you 135 for that. So you get the 135 and you start taking the one. Now you have next month. Okay? And this next month, all you have to do with your man is bring 1,600 each for 30 days. And next month, by the end of it, you have the money for the supplement. And next month. Same as clothes. Now, we need these many clothes. We are broke. We need 5 overalls, Monday to Friday. I'm talking about bayam. Like, even bare minimum is not the word. I'm talking about poverty. 5 overalls. You have 3 shorts for the baby. You have 2 shirts. And you get a bed sheet. I've seen people do this in government hospitals. They get a bed sheet, cut it into 4, maybe 2, cut them into 4, and those are 8 busuka. You understand? You do all that before, because you have 9 months for the baby to come out. You do all that before. So I think that money is a mindset.
Yeah, it is a mindset.
So after that, now since you don't have money, government giving birth is for free. But normally, Uganda.
You have to pay some money.
Yes. So you saved your 50K that you're going to give the doctor so they can treat you well, So apparently, for a person who has nothing to give birth, all they need is around how much? Around 500K. Now, me, I had a natural birth that day. I stayed in the hospital tonight. I was released tomorrow. And I paid 1.35 for a natural birth. But I supplemented all through and birth. And I'm telling you, I gave birth now. After giving birth, I walked myself carrying the baby to the hospital. And reaching from the labor ward to this side of the private room, reaching there, I took myself to the toilet. I eased myself, then I came back and I slept. And by tomorrow, the stomach was back.
Wow. Flat
Back. And also, I never had back complications during pregnancy. I never had issues. The only issue I can say I have now is the memory, of which I have super focus that I'm taking, because I got that one from China. I also sell it, but specifically because I had the issue of not even forgetting, but when you just lose focus of things. And maybe I just do too much. Yeah, I just do too much here and there. So
there are times when you actually lose your memory.
No, not losing the memory. That is too much. No, I'm talking about like placing this soda on the other table, and then I'm like, oh, where is my soda? And you say you left it the other side, then I go back to pick it. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, sometimes like sudden, like memory flashes or something like that.
Yeah, okay. But there is so much that happens from pregnancy that people don't. I've left out so much. Have you ever met a pregnant woman who just gave birth and this hair is not there?
No.
What about for the baby? This one is not there.
Yeah, I've seen.
You've seen? And then they tell you that it's from, they tell you, omwana yasaze.
Yansaze.
Omwana yasaze mviri. That's what they say. Like either omwana chops the hair of the mother, or the mother chops the hair of the child. But do you know where it is from scientifically?
No.
Because first of all, when you're pregnant, you're stressed. When you're pregnant, you lose nutrients from the body, a lot of nutrients. Everything on the body starts showing from up here, from the skin and here. You start losing hair, or you have breakouts and acne and all that and stuff. So by the time you lose the hair, people are saying, that is not the only thing that happened. I'm telling you, you lost a lot of nutrients.
Damn.
And every coming month, you're going into your periods.
Wait, I don't know. Am I ignorant or do you still go in periods after conceiving?
Bro,
I thought it stops.
Which school did you go to? We can go back and ask for tuition, please.
Bro, I thought it stops.
No. When you're pregnant, it stops. And actually, there's also some people who have it all throughout the pregnancy. But when you're pregnant, it stops. The moment you give birth, it comes for like 2 weeks and a full month.
Yeah, I was talking about when you're pregnant. I thought it stops.
Oh, no, not for all women. Not for all women.
Oh, for some.
For some.
So does stopping or continuing have any health implication or indication?
No.
It's normal.
It's normal.
Okay.
Of course, the continue is quite abnormal, specifically speaking, but it's not according to science because the kid is hidden somewhere. Yeah.
Okay.
Those are the instances where you have a pregnancy that is in the fallopian tubes.
Okay.
Yeah. So normally it keep on ectopic. So normally you keep on getting that, and you do not know. So all of a sudden you get cramps, severe cramps. You go to the hospital and they cut the baby out. And some people, they even cut out twins.
Wow.
Yeah, and you didn't know.
I didn't know. Need to read a bit more.
So, all right. Anyway, so after that, you start. Now, this is where it becomes worse. After going through all that, and you've given birth, and you think everything is okay. Now, every month, you're bleeding out more nutrients.
Are leaving your body.
Every day, you're breastfeeding, more nutrients are
leaving your body.
So after 2 months, after 3 months, 6 months, a year, then a mother is telling you, my back is ever aching. Nerve damage, lack of nutrients, and everything. My back is ever aching. What did you expect? That's what they say.
So they've normalized it.
They've normalized pain in women. And it is not okay.
I know.
It all starts from once. Actually, supplementing is a daily thing. Let me explain it to you this way. That let's say you own a car Oh, okay. Think of your friend who owns a car. How many times do they take it for service
Several times. I think
in a month?
after every month? But it depends on how much mileage was given to you.
Yeah,
So when you
anti
cover the
mileage is that from birth you've been growing, so your mileage has been counting. You were new, now you've grown. Okay, you were 20. The moment you're 20, you've grown. You start losing a lot. You know, so you're 20 and above. Every day you must be supplementing. Every day you must be taking your body for service.
Yeah.
For something. That's why you realize as we are growing now, I can tell that you have issues that you don't know you have. Number one, you find sleep. You fight hard to find sleep, right?
Why?
You do, right? Do you or you don't?
Sometimes.
Do you know why? Your body lacks magnesium.
Why? How do you know?
From your skin. I've been working in this for long.
No, I struggle to find some sleep sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, so that means the body lacks magnesium. So if now it starts like that, it starts small, struggling to find sleep, and the nutrients keep on reducing. And at the end of it all, you find you have this issue, you have this issue. The truth is, all of us are sick. The only difference between us and the ones in the hospital is the percentage of the sickness.
Or our time for the hospital is not yet
Exactly.
there.
I could have ulcers, you have ulcers, but I'm in Nakaserona drip, dying, and you're moving. But it doesn't mean that your ulcers won't become mine if you don't take care of them. That is it.
Wow.
Yeah.
But now, going back to the conversation of money and childbirth,
Yeah.
I really think that it has to come from a subjective point of view. Like how you choose to treat a pregnancy is actually dependent on either your circumstances or how you look at it. Because there is someone that will be like, man, I can't get a child right now. Kuba omanyi sente za pampers awe no. Or sente za Cellulac, a child that milk, and then they'll tell you, now when a baby is sick, bro, do you know how much money I have to spend to take care of a baby? And then others will tell you, man, those things are expensive to maintain. Now,
can I also give you another example? Do you realize people saying that if the baby is sick, if the pampers are expensive, how many nights do they go out to spend money and splash out to beer?
What if the girl doesn't drink?
How many times have they gone out to Maldives, to Seychelles, on their trips?
I know that they're rich people.
Okay. Then how many times have they actually... No one doesn't have a fun time. No one. Even with the little they have. And if you're talking about SMA, the milk for babies, there is breast milk. If she is rich and she knows she can afford the 44 of how much it is per week, and I don't have money, I'll take porridge of lukumi and I breastfeed.
Bro, you make it
Come
seem simple,
on.
but that thing is hard.
No, it's
Childbirth
not.
is a different thing altogether. It's not. You need money, honestly.
And I've told you money is a what?
Because if you talk to a single mother today who is literally fighting hard to make her kid stay afloat and make this child, because there's a lady I had on, she was called Josephine.
Yeah.
Josephine said, you know what, if she had to leave, because she got pregnant at 22, he said that if she had to relive her life as a 22-year-old, she would never think of childbirth again. Like, she would never give birth, because one, it's expensive, no support from the father of the child, but most importantly, it sort of like strips away a certain portion of your life and takes away with it. So you have to dedicate your life to one human being that is whose demands sometimes are non-negotiable.
I would say she said that because her frontal lobe is not developed yet.
What is
She's
frontal lobe?
22. The frontal lobe is the brain, the front brain here. So it fully develops in every human, or for women, at 25. Once it does, then the woman is self-awakening. They know what is important, what is not, and stuff. And by the time she gets to that age, then she will now start appreciating the fact that she has a child. If you are to do a research of single mother, do you know why there are so many single mothers more than single fathers?
No.
Have you ever understood why?
No.
Because after giving birth, the child is the most precious thing they can ever lose. They would rather leave the man, they would rather leave the money, they would rather leave the marriage, but keep the what? The child. You cannot know the percentage, the gratitude, the love of a child until you push one out. You can't. Or until you father one. You cannot. That is why you find people are in court fighting. And then you say, but I thought a child is a responsibility. Like, umwana muwori amutwali.
Guba musayi go.
Si byako musayi. Let me tell you, a child is the only thing that you own in this world.
I wish I could tap into the mind of another woman right now.
No. Sincerely speaking, let me tell you, you'll buy land, it can be taken, or you can even sell it. You'll get a wife, she can be taken, or a man, he can be taken. Parents, they can die.
Yeah.
A
Even
child too
children
can die.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that is the thing you own. You don't own your parents. Your parents have other siblings. Your parents have a man and a wife who owns them.
Anyway, I think this understanding of this whole concept is subjective, but again, you could hold somewhat. It holds water because our forefathers, like our ancestors and our fathers and mothers, actually, many of them didn't have to have money to have children.
Now, let me give you an example. Let's talk of people that people already know.
Sorry.
Let's talk about the good people in the country, people who have made a name for themselves. Start with Ed Kenzo. Do you know his parents are?
Yeah, I don't know who his parents are, but I know they come from a humble background.
A humble background. But he's around. Okay. Do you know how many people he has helped? Starting
Quite
from
a
the
lot.
ghetto kids, starting
Quite a
from the sports he has organized and everything, you know. All that. From one
person.
Imagine the mother said that I do not have money, so I want to push. Okay, we leave him. Talk about Shiba Karunji. Shiba Karunji recently built a bungalow for the mother, right?
Yeah, in the village.
In the village, Do you, on the way of things, I think I've heard a story and she was talking of how they were poor and she had to grow up, to grow earlier at 16, go start working out and do, because she had to support the family back home, right? And the mother had more other kids, you know. Then talk about everyone that you can name. Talk about even us. By the time our parents had their firstborns, they were not rich. Money came along the way. See, the concept is people are forgetting that money is made. Okay, think about it this way. But if I get the money now and I give birth, 2 years into giving birth, the money goes. Umwana ngo muta.
At least, you know, once you've made money, it's easier to make it back. Yeah,
that is true, because you have already learned the skill
Yeah.
that will bring the money and stuff.
Yeah.
But there are people that have failed to make it back.
Anyway, like the Africans say that.
And speaking of Africans, our grand and forward parents, right? They would wake up, have 25 kids, 18 kids. No, listen. And then there is somewhere I'm going to juxtapose this point. 18 kids, 25 kids, okay?
Yeah.
But with nothing. And feeding them on cassava and potatoes.
Yeah.
Now, that's where I'll come about and say, you do not have money. The economy is tight.
Yeah.
We do understand, okay? Give birth to one child. Give birth to two. I will say give birth even when there is no money, but I will not say give birth like a fool. At the end of it all, I'll also judge someone who sees that they have no money and they have 6 kids. For who to take care of?
For your mother.
So I would say give birth,
But
because
don't give birth like a fool.
don't give birth like a fool, because you know you don't have money. As you're waiting for the money, because nothing is me, I'm telling you from personal experience. I know people will say a lot about this, but let me tell you something. I had a child when I had nothing. But right now, I'm capable to get my child, take her out, buy her everything she wants, and take her back home. And you do not know how much happiness is in that.
I know, but
But remember her coming, it was not there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But you see, you also see the family you're coming from, bro.
The family didn't raise my child. I did.
Anyway, what I understand is, partly I think the reason as how our society operates lately is based on what we see happens in the West.
Yeah.
Like
true.
they live on a strictly capitalistic kind of values.
World and stuff.
So everything is money. So for some reason, we've also borrowed that kind of mentality into our society.
True.
Yet in our society, so right now, back then there used to be a village could raise a child, but right now it's almost dying out.
Yeah.
But not really bad. So we might have the economic challenges and stuff like that, but not to a larger extent, not to the extent of fear. So I think probably we're chickening out from birth because of what we've been told childbirth to be.
People are outgrowing what we were as Africans and growing into the white system, if I may call it that. And that is before, even when it wasn't about capital or anything, you would find a white person with only 1 or 2 kids, at most 3. Every family, that is like ideal for them. If you're to look at China, they've had like the rule of having 1 child for like forever now.
They've recently lifted it. Actually, they're paying people to have more than 2
1
children.
Okay. So but now in Africa, you even, because me, I don't believe someone can go hungry in Africa. Do you know that you can just walk where you stay to your neighbors and say, lero olunaku bannange naye omwinayo ku mmere mu mpeeko, and they give you food?
Yeah. We still have a bit of community.
We still have that community, I'm telling you. And then it's more even with, I've seen it. Someone enters a taxi and she's having a child, and then someone stands to give her the better place. That is Africa, and we still hold that. Now, for us who have traveled somewhat, this is a white person. You will come with your child. My dear, they will tell you, if you didn't budget, you know better. Someone will not stand up just because you're pregnant.
Those guys are very serious. Sometimes I look at it as selfishness, but I think it's just systemic.
Exactly.
How the system
So in
operates.
Africa, there's still that. And people have been brainwashed. They've been brainwashed into thinking of like the Africa, like the whites, that before I give birth, I want a penthouse.
Yeah.
I want even people with money are not considering it as money. You find someone is staying in an apartment, well furnished, everything is okay. They can fill their fridge, they can do what, and you ask them, why aren't you giving birth? And they say, I first build my own house, and then I can give birth. Everyone is attaching something. People are making childbirth a responsibility.
I think it is.
No. Childbirth is more of a blessing, a favor, and a gift from God.
Okay.
Having your 1 child, is like, there is no way I can explain it to you. But having that 1 child is like endless everything. At least I will wake up and run to work and do things and do all this and stuff when I know when I go back, I'm receiving a warm hug. I'm hearing someone with annoying noises asking me, Mommy, did you bring me ice cream? Did you bring me yogurt? Me buying that yogurt is finding the joy that even when I'm standing in the supermarket looking for that yogurt, I'm so happy to take it back home for someone who is happy to receive it. And that is why people are living in toxic after toxic after toxic relationship. They're looking for love they can never find from people that are not blood related to them.
So find love in people that are related to you, like your child.
Exactly. You will feel full in yourself. Me, when I was getting pregnant, my man can testify and put his hand on the Bible and say, the first words I told him when we found out we were pregnant, I told him, now that I'm pregnant, you can go and I'll raise this child. If you want to abort, that is not my option. Those were my first words. Nenda sina kamanyiro. I'm just principled.
So, bro, if you tell me that testament at that point, my legs would be.
No. This is it. I was being realistic. Both of us were broke. And for a young person, I expected him to chicken out. Now, when you have a child for your own, not for the man. Bwagenda. Also have children that you as a woman can capacitate.
Yeah. So that's why I have one.
Exactly. That's why I have one. For security.
Which security?
In case he goes, me I can take care of my child.
Yeah, so that you don't have 4 that you can't take care of.
Exactly. And then I start crying for people. I start crying for my parents and stuff. No. That's why I haven't added any other. The other is coming married.
That is knowledge. Keep in the marriage. Sometimes my will actually work out for you. Thirdly, please don't wait for money to give birth.
Yeah.
Just give birth.
Money is made.
Money is made. Money will come. Like Kasanya says. Sente ziki.
Zijja. Ate olina myezi 9. Gwe biki byokola ebyo ebitaleeta ssente. Okola mayinja. Okola mayinja. You don't get pregnant today and give birth tomorrow. You get pregnant today and give birth after 9. Actually, they are 10. They are 40 weeks. Those are 10 months. 10 months you go manage what it can do in someone's life. You can make some money. Sente zija. You find out you're pregnant and you're chickening out and you're rushing to abort. You have 10 good months to change something. To wake up and do something. If you don't have any connections, you come to me. I teach you everything I do. I teach you what I have. And you start kutunda mpeke. No lubutoro from wherever you are. And you make money.
Take it there. Buy the connection, buy the content, buy the advice. What else do you guys want? Guys, it's been a beautiful conversation. Please make the point to share, like, and comment.
Yeah.
Tell us what you think about this conversation. Feel free to interact with us and also tell us what you actually want us to talk about next in the next episode. But otherwise, I've been with the lawyer
Queen Jordana, Joe Health Tips on TikTok, Miss Queen Jordana on Instagram, and that is it basically. Joe Health Tips TikTok, yeah.
Definitely. Again, my name is Francis. Until we meet again. Bye.
Until we meet again. Bye. Ciao.